Utumishi Girls Academy, na tulikuwa na changamoto sana, shida iliyotutokea ambayo moto ilitokea katika shule hiyo ambayo wanafunzi 16 walipoteza maisha yao. Mimi jana nilisema na nitarudia, my condolences to the family, condolences to the relatives and friends ya wale wanafunzi 16 tuliwapoteza. Pia wanafunzi 7 bado wanaendelea na matibabu, wale waliruka kutoka dirisha na wakapata injuries, wao wako katika hospitali lakini they are out of danger na wao wanapata matibabu na tunawaombea wapone haraka. Pia ningependa kusema ya kwamba tuko na habari sasa kamili ya kwamba wanafunzi 8 wameupitia uchunguzi. Imepatikana kwamba wanafunzi 8 wanakiziwa kwamba walihusika na kuchoma hiyo dormitory. Hawa wanafunzi 8 tayari DCI amewashika na watapelekwa kotini na watabaki na DCI kwa interrogation kupata full evidence ambayo ilifanyika namna gani. Pia tunajua ya kwamba hiyo institution kuna mambo ya standard procedures ambayo ilifaa kufuatwa. Number 1, tunajua ya kwamba kuna one side of the dormitory ilikuwa imefungwa ambayo ingekuwa ni exit ya hiyo dormitory, na hapo ndio wanafunzi 10, about 10 students died at that particular corner, kwa sababu hiyo kona ilifunikwa, kawekwa kufuli, ikapigwa mbao, alafu ati ni ku-expand the dormitory ndio itoshee ilete wanafunzi wengi kujaza hiyo dormitory. Na kwa sababu ya hiyo Ministry of Education will take administrative action on the leadership of the school kuona kwamba hiyo haitarudiwa tena kwa shule yoyote katika Kenya. Pia walimu wengine walipewa habari na wanafunzi ya kwamba kutakuwa na mkasa katika shule, lakini wakapuuza na hawakuchukua hatua. Pia Ministry of Education will take the necessary steps. Mimi nataka niseme hii kwa mashule yetu yote. Kwa mashule yote, please have your ears among the students. All the teachers must have a way of getting feedback. Hakuna vile wanafunzi 8, 10, 20 wanasapanga njama ya kuchoma dormitory na mwalimu asisikie ama wanafunzi wengine wazuri wasisikie. Schools must have safe ways of getting anonymous information through suggestion boxes and other ways. But also school administration must cultivate relationship with their students so that every given time they are ahead of them in getting information when something bad is about to happen in any particular institution. I must say that as a Ministry of Interior, I congratulate the County Commissioner Kibara of Nakuru and the County Security Team for quick response and for coordination with my ministry to make sure that we did as much as we could to salvage the situation at that point in time. And I want to thank also the Ministry of Education for the work they did to make sure that we deal with this situation. I want to condemn in the highest terms possible scavengers, political scavengers, who are going around to score cheap political scores on this very unfortunate incident. I am shocked that any person, even at the first day, before even investigation is done, is already apportioning blame to this person, to the other, in the hope that they will get political gains. I must say that that is a great shame. It's such an embarrassment. It's bad manners, not the very least a person who has been taken to any position of leadership. And I must say to those leaders who have verbal diarrhea that they must read Proverbs 18 verse 7, that a fool's mouth is his own destruction. And that kind of foolishness must not be entertained in our republic. But I want to say that from our ministry, we will always support our institutions to make sure that we have proper mechanisms of working together to ensure that we avert matters of disaster. And today, I must celebrate His Excellency the President has signed today Disaster Risk Management Act, bill into an act, and now we have a law that will help us to have a proper coordination between national government and county government on matters of disaster, and to make sure that we also continue supervising our institutions to make sure that they're compliant. I want to say also that the Ministry of Education quality supervisors that are expected to supervise schools to ensure that their infrastructure is compliant for purpose of safety must also be held into account because they slipped on the job. All those quality assurance officers and standard officers must be held into account. And I want to tell all the other officers, please be vigilant. And from today henceforth, ensure that you investigate, you ensure that you supervise, and ensure that these institutions are compliant. The Bishop,
I strongly want to condemn those who want to take advantage of tragedy and misfortune. I heard people yesterday shouting at the rooftops that CS government should resign because of the unfortunate incident. We want to tell them, and this is my message for Benue County. Over the years, up to 2022, we had an incident in Utumishi Girls where like 10 children died in a very sad and tragic way. At that time, Matiang'i was the Minister of Security. Uhuru Kenyatta was the President of this country. We didn't have anybody coming and shouting that Matiang'i must resign. So how is it when there is a tragedy and because the CS name begins with Kim, you start going along the highway and saying Chuba must resign? If Chuba is not resigning, he's not going anywhere, he's the best CS that we can have in this country. What we are calling for is a proactive approach where we come together as leadership and solve the situation, but not take advantage of crisis and situations happening. Mheshimiwa, before I conclude, I'm meeting today a county committee meeting of security. Together with the county commissioner, we will plan to have a meeting with all the quality assurance officers from the sub-county levels so that we start to plan and map out the status of safety in our institutions so that can allow us to prevent deaths that can be prevented and not wait until it happens so that we look at it.